It's showtime.
Hey everyone, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And we are reviewing Firefly. And I'm using a brand new camera, so the quality should be much better this time around. And this is a review for Firefly. I watched a few TV shows, and I wanted to really talk about this one. So why not, with all this pandemic that's going on, why not talk about some of my favorite TV shows and, you know, get back in touch with all of that stuff. So let's just talk about it. Now, Firefly is a science fiction / western or space western TV series that came out back in 2002 and 2003 on Fox and was created by Joss Whedon, who also created Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, which I still haven't watched, and would eventually do 2 Avengers films. Now, the series is set in 2517 into the future, you know, after China and the US focused on establishing the Alliance, and humans have established themselves across the galaxy. And after a war between the Alliance and the independent factions, with the independents losing. After this, we have our story focused on a band of misfits and ex-independents and, you know, ruffians, and follows their adventures on the Serenity, which is a Firefly-class spaceship, across the galaxy as they do everything from stealing to accidentally saving people in the process, as they're not complete douchebags, and actually care about the people, unlike the Alliance. I wish I could tell you more, but I want to make sure that it's spoiler-free, so you guys who have never seen it before can get to experience it for yourself. And it stars 9 members, with Nathan Fillion as Malcolm Reynolds, the captain, my favorite character by far. Gina Torres as Zoe, a second-in-command. Alan Tudyk as Wash, the pilot, and Zoe's husband. Morena Baccarina as Inara, a companion. It would actually be interesting because they actually cast somebody else initially, but then they saw Morena come in and she just dominated, so they were like, yeah, forget you, we want to use her instead. And, you know, it was a big difference from there. As you can see, her career skyrocketed from there, and the other, she didn't do anything. Adam Baldwin as Jane, a mercenary. Jewel State as Kaylee, the mechanic. And then the final 3 entries, Sean Mayer as Simon, a doctor. Summer Glau as River, who was experimented on the Alliance, and her brother helped her, you know, set her free. And her story actually gets really interesting later on. And Ron Glass as Book, a shepherd. And they're all amazing in their own rights. Jane got on my nerves a little, but after this one-shot episode focused on him, I kind of got a liking to him afterwards. See, that's the thing about this show, and what helps with that is the writing, which is fantastic. Every episode and character written feels so authentic and real, and so you really grow a love and bond with all the characters on Serenity. This is probably Joss Whedon's best work yet, and more so than I could say with Avengers, which I believe that movie is highly overrated. Each episode is so engaging and amazing, and Nathan Fillion really sells this hardened yet jovial captain, Swords, who's seen plenty of battle as an independent and still wants to piss off the Alliance any chance he gets, but he cares about his crew and doesn't want to see them go away. You see them all as like a family in the end. And then you combine a Western genre with well-developed characters and writing, and combine that with a unique science fiction story, is amazing to me. Not many movies or video games can really do it to this epic extent. But this TV show came out of nowhere and exceeded all expectations. It's never really been done before, and you have to commend that originality with the series at the time. And so many shows would try to be the next Firefly, but not even come close to the quality. There was one episode I had an issue with, the writing itself, but other than that, I think the writing is fantastic. Now, this leads me to Fox and my many issues with them, as the show, as you may or may not know, was unfortunately canceled after 11 episodes, with 14 episodes in total and completely putting the episodes out of order. Who fucking does this? Fox eventually canceled the show super early at that, and this for me is the biggest unforgivable sin Fox could ever do, minus Fox News. But Fox News is still trash though, but that's not really saying much.
Hey everyone, so I forgot to point this out, but I found this article called "It's Amazing How Badly Fox Screwed Up Joss Whedon's Firefly," and I found something really particular about the cancellation too. And the whole production was almost derailed before it started by a disagreement over a basic plot point. Fox executives didn't like that Serenity spaceship second in command, Zoe, played by Gina Torres, was happily married to pilot Wash, with no romance between her and Captain Malcolm Reynolds. Yeah. The last thing that Fox said was, "We will pick up the show, but they can't be married." And I said, this is Joss Whedon commenting, "Then don't pick up the show, because in my show, these people are married, and it's important to the show," Whedon said in Serenity, the official visual companion. Once Firefly was picked up, it was an ominous sign when the network almost held the show to be a mid-season replacement in 2003, and it was likewise disadvantaged when the show was placed instead of in the Friday night dead slot for fall 2002, a time with historically low ratings. Fox also created problems by airing episodes out of order, which I did point out. The whole time, Fox fought Whedon on plot points large and small. Among other things, network executives paradoxically insisted that the show be less dark and that Reynolds shoot more people. Above all, Fox bungled its marketing. Pascal got the details on how bad it was from producer Chris Buchanan, as she describes in a passage that will make fans of the show cringe. Instead of advertising Firefly as a space western or a gritty sci-fi show, the promotional campaign suggested that it was a wacky genre comedy, the most twisted new show on television. Several promos strung together jokes about a flighty pilot, Wash, a space cowboy Mal, a cosmic hooker Inara, and a girl in a box River, referencing a plot point from the pilot episode, tied together with the tagline, "Out there, oh, it's out there." Yeah, that's fucking cringe. "We knew we were in real trouble before the show debuted," Chris Buchanan says. Fox sent them a promo reel of the spots they'd cut out for the show, and first opened with Smash Mouth's hit song, "Walking on the Sun." They first thought that promo was for Fastlane, Fox's highly stylized police action drama. Then all of a sudden it was like Firefly, the cosmic hooker, and a whacked out space cowboy. Buchanan recalls, horrified, "But my mouth just dropped open. When the marketing guy called back to ask what they thought, I said, well, it's really great, but that's not what our show is." That's just being kind. As Pascal observes, the promos would have turned off anyone who would actually have liked the show, while anyone who liked the promos would have been disappointed by the real thing. Whatever the reason, Firefly didn't get enough ratings, and even a concerted fan campaign wasn't enough to keep it on the air. Take it from Whedon's mentor, film professor Janine Bessinger, whose comments were recounted by blogger Nikki Statford. She calls it the biggest screw-up in television, and if she could kill television executives, she'd kill these guys. She apparently chews them out every time she sees them. She was in on the ground floor on this one, leading him to noir westerns to help him out with this idea. Whedon himself has said Firefly remains his favorite show, as he told Hero Complex's Nolene Clark, "You know, I love all my raggedy children, but if I could be anywhere, I'd be on board Serenity." So I recommend you check out this article. I'll put a link in the description. Really good article by Gus Lubin. It's amazing how badly Fox screwed up Joss Whedon's Firefly.
But due to this show becoming a cult classic, fans loving this show, years later, we would get all 14 episodes and a full-on movie called Serenity to properly end the series. And we still get comics to this day to help fill in the gaps by Joss Whedon, Patton Oswalt, many other different guests writing and producing some awesome comic works. Now let's give a rating for the TV show first. So I am giving Firefly a Now, the TV show is fantastic. I love it. It's 5 out of 5 instantly. However, combine it with the movie, and I would give the entirety a 4 out of 5. And the reason why I like the movie, I really do like the movie, but I do think one part in the ending really hurt it for me. What they did with one character, I hated. I thought it was one of the dumbest things. And I thought more characters suffered this fate, but it was actually fortunately it was just 2 characters, and I just I didn't like that. I think just because of that alone, that moment alone, I have to put it down just for that. I had to put a point down just for that alone, and I hated that. I just feel like the movie doesn't aim to the quality of the simplicity and the amazingness of the TV series, because the movie really tried to be this epic, awesome science fiction movie when it's really just a small band of misfits trying to do their own thing. And then this movie, they're trying to in the process, trying to uncover this insane plot dealing with the Alliance. And it just seemed like such a big giant thing, and it really would have great things to happen later on, of course, after the movie. But next, I will be reviewing Umbrella Academy Season 2, even though I didn't review Season 1. I will review Season 2, and briefly talk about Season 1 for a little bit. Then I'll also get into Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, talk about that, because I did watch that as well. Do a couple of TV show reviews, then get back into Star Wars comics. I'm working on a review for Omnibus Volume 2 for the Empire series. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And check out my Star Wars Connect review. I put a lot of time and effort into that. It was really funny. Recommend you check that out. Put a link in the description down below. Please check that video out. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like this video. Comment down below. Tell me what you think of Firefly in the comment section below. If you've watched it and you enjoyed it as much as I did, I think it's the greatest show that was canceled super early. I mean, there's no question about it, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, if you haven't already. And I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Ooh, yeah!